Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Dan Loftus. I'm Vice President of Sales here at HM Cragg, and we're excited to share what we've been working on in the Custom Solutions Group this afternoon. It's been a lot of heavy lifting this year to prepare us for what's next for this group, and Kody Schultz will be leading us through um, what his group has been working on. And Kody, I'll just go ahead and turn it over to you.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you, everybody, for joining this afternoon. I'm seeing a lot of familiar names here, seeing a lot of new ones too. So either way, I appreciate you all for joining and tuning in to hear what we want to share about some updates around our custom solutions group and some new capabilities that were being established during the year 2025, as well as some new products that we'll be launching here in the year 2026. So without further ado, we'll get into the PowerPoint here. So for the agenda today, I'd like to do a really quick overview of HM Cragg for those unfamiliar. The Custom Solutions Group, which I am the business manager, the commercial and kind of operational leader for, and then go through 3 of our new products, which are kind of initiated out of our Custom Solutions Group, but we want to offer as standard products out to the market. So HM Cragg, just a broad overview, generally speaking, our tagline is power on always. So any product, any solution, any service that HM Cragg provides is going to be critical power focused. So anything that we build, power is going to be the central focal point of whatever solution we're providing. HM Cragg offers product sales, services, field services, engineering, and then integration and manufacturing. We've been in business for nearly 60 years, and we are an employee-owned company. HM Cragg operates under 6 core values. These are things that we have metrics around at HM Cragg, things that we talk about frequently, things that we look for in candidates when we want to hire people or promote people from within. And these are really things that make us a good business partner to do work with. We've been in our current corporate headquarters for coming up on 12 years now. It's served us very well. It was a big building when we moved in to suit our goals over the next 10 years. Currently, we're at about 50,000 square feet. It includes training, conference rooms, break areas, central region distribution center for our distribution product sales, and manufacturing production floor area. We are at the point right now currently where we are really bursting at the seams at our current corporate headquarters. We've had to expand out into some remote warehouses to kind of accommodate our growth here. A lot of it is driven around the efforts we put in and the volume that we're driving through our custom solutions group. And I wanted to share with the group here where we are setting our sights for the future here. So we are currently in construction for a new facility. We are building nearly double the square footage of the building overall itself, just over 100,000 square feet of finished office space. 22,000 of that is going to be office space. And we are really increasing our production floor plan for the custom solutions group and products group. And we're quadrupling that floor space. So we've seen a lot of growth in this area. We've got a lot of opportunity to continue to grow in this area. So we are investing into the facilities to do that. Part of this includes a couple of truck wells that we're going to be introducing into our facility. So you'll see coming up that we're very good at designing, manufacturing, producing a lot of outdoor NEMA-style enclosures and some small shelters, sheds. But we're really ramping up towards the containerized systems or the modular data centers that we can really get some traction in with our sales channel. With those truck wells, we have a 10-ton overhead crane being installed and provisions for a second. So we're very excited. Our new facility is really going to match up with our capabilities currently. So this will be a great addition coming in Q1 of 2026 for us. Generally speaking, for the broad organization of HM Cragg, we operate primarily as a distribution entity. So our 4 territories are serviced by territory sales managers. Most of the people on the phone call here are going to recognize the names and faces on this chart here. But generally speaking, myself, my team, we support the sales channel through these different territory sales managers and their technical sales coordinators. So that's really how our go-to-market works. We're really the manufacturing and engineering arm behind those sales units. So what is CSG? Our Custom Solutions Group, we focus on unique power applications, outdoor, industrial, not off-the-shelf product when it comes to critical power backup or power distribution. Our team is always looking at application-specific environments and building to order. So it's going to be a little bit of a conversation today about how we approach those custom projects, and then morph a little more into a lot of these custom projects are having some similarities. So some of the standard products we're developing are going to address a lot of different applications based on what we've seen come through our Custom Solutions Group over and over. We are a growing team. Currently, we have about 14 people with the group here, and we're split into 2 different organizational structures here. I lead our sales, engineering, and projects group, and Josiah, our integration supervisor, leads the integration and production techs in the back. So what you can expect from myself, my team, Robin and Joe, for the commercial support and engineering, our team is always available for Teams calls, any sort of conversation that we can have with our partners, with end users to help fact finding, identify specifications, and deliver the right solution. It really is a powerful tool when it comes to landing projects. So we make ourselves available anytime to get on Teams calls and talk through different applications, different solutions with customers. We provide detailed proposals, system design up front. We will be able to provide either concept drawings out of the gate for projects, or we've been doing this for better part of a decade and a half. We do have a lot of project examples that we can share as sales tools, sales collateral, to try to conceptualize with the customer something that they might think is really out of the realm of possibility, that's really just very custom, that instilling confidence with HM Cragg because they've seen it before, done it before. We find that to be a very powerful sales tool. With our projects engineering team, we do have a little bit of a feather in our cap when it comes to the different practices in which we have technical aptitude around. So HM Cragg wholly is a very technical sales support group. So a lot of our TSMs, they've been in UPS industry for decades and decades. Our technical support coordinators, sales coordinators, sorry, they've had a lot of experience and they're in the weeds every day. So they know the ins and outs of UPSs. Our team is very well structured when it comes to understanding UPS specifications, but then expanding into DC systems, enclosure specifications, HVAC specifications, power distribution, and really the important piece is understanding how it all fits together. So we understand the connections between A and B and how they interact with each other. And really what makes our engineering group for turnkey systems a little bit different is that we have an on-site installation mentality. So if there's anything that we can do in our facility that's a little extra work for us, but makes it easier for the installation contractor, we're going to take that route every time. And then within our custom solutions group, we do not sell to end users. We're always working through channel with partners to identify opportunities, to support opportunities on the outset, and get through to final production and delivery of the systems with our partners plugged in the entire time. Moving into some of our engineering capabilities, we do have a very strong technical engineering group. We've got 2 dedicated mechanical engineers and 2 dedicated electrical engineers that are supporting these custom projects and custom product development efforts here. All of our efforts are put into SolidWorks for 3D modeling. So everything is rendered in 3D in 3-dimensional space. So fitments, layouts, all of the dimensional attributes of these systems, we figure this out on the computer software before it actually gets into the production facilities. So I'm very proud of the team we have here. They're very capable at what they do. They very much understand, like I talked about, the specifications of enclosures, cooling, UPS, power distribution. So when it comes to putting together the final design, we have a lot of confidence before it hits the production floor that it is going to be a system that is high quality and high performing. So everything's rendered in 3D, everything's modeled up in 3D, but our deliverables to our customers will include, after we receive an order, a full set of submittal documentation, which will be mechanical drawings, electrical drawings, all the component data sheets, and everything goes through our reseller partners for approval with the end users and any sort of commentary changes to the design. So these are some examples of what these drawing sets look like. Again, if there's more complexity into the design here, we'll provide details, cutaways, zoom-ins, anything that's relevant to the project to ensure that the end user has a level of comfort in the design before it goes into production. Similarly, with the electrical schematics and designs, we'll be providing single line diagrams of the overall architecture of the system and how it interfaces and connects for inputs and outputs. And upon shipment, a full wiring diagram is provided as well if there's any troubleshooting that needs to happen after delivery. So going into a few examples of the types of projects we're seeing in our custom solutions group. About 10 years ago or so, we were really heavily focused on UPS rack and stacks is what we call them. So taking on a lot of the equipment that we have in our distribution area, UPSs, extended battery modules, power distribution units, and pre-assembling them into network racks. This really is a great service for network closets, education, healthcare, different institutions that need to upgrade and install new UPS systems, new infrastructure into their facilities. And it really is just roll it off the pallet, plug it in, turn it up. It really increases the speed of integration into a site. We also provide services for network card programming and installation. This is a really popular service if there is a large enterprise customer with multiple sites distributed across the nation, the world, where we can receive a spreadsheet of IP addresses, program the units, label the units, distribute them to all the shipping locations so that when they are ready to be installed, Ethernet cord gets plugged in and it fires into their network right away. Now, as we've gotten a little bit more comprehensive in our designs and our capabilities, we're starting to see some more engineered solutions. And this really does lead into a lot of our projects going outdoors or industrial or in some sort of a custom manner that's just outside of the typical UPS installation. So these pictures show a 9X55 system that we shipped last year. It was a 15K UPS system with 3 extended battery runtime modules. But what was unique about this project, it was supporting a utility scale battery energy storage system, and is providing critical power, backup power for their SCADA and control systems. So a very small load. It didn't take the full 15 kVA of the UPS. It was right around 2 to 3 kVA, but this provided nearly a day and a half of runtime. But what was really unique is this was a BES system, very large scale, built and designed overseas. So this was a 230 volt UPS application, line neutral ground, which is a very unique voltage scheme for North American UPSs. So we provided input transformer running into our UPS system back out of another output transformer to provide that native voltage that they needed at site. And then a couple other project examples. This is what we like to call our MASH project. This was a distributed enclosure system, a large 3-phase 93 PM with a couple of custom battery cabinets. And the reason it was a distributed NEMA enclosure system rather than, let's say, a 20 or 30-foot shipping container was the requirement that this would be deployed pretty much anywhere across the world. And the deployment team, they only have access to a 5,000-pound capacity forklift. So individual enclosures were required. We have a desert tan finish on the scheme here, individual battery cabinets, and then all of our wall wart enclosures here are cam lock boxes for interface between UPS, the battery cabinets, and from the background image here, which was our custom switchgear and distribution cabinet, back and forth to the UPS. So what was very unique about this system design was the locations which this would be deployed had no shore power available. So our inputs, our primary inputs for the system were two 150 kW gen sets and a third source of 6 Kubota gen sets that would be able to be parallel together as that third potential source if there is an issue with either of the generators at site. So we had to aggregate all of these input sources and then filter them through automatic manual transfer switch systems to and fro the UPS to provide a protected power distribution panel for their critical loads at the site. Now, as we've, again, kind of expanded upon our capabilities over the last few years here, we've really leveraged our knowledge of DC power systems, whether it's rectifier-based, SCR, transformer-based charger systems, as well as our relationships with a lot of different battery manufacturers, VRLA, wet cell batteries, NiCads, LFPs, sodium batteries, and we've pulled in that knowledge to provide turnkey solutions in the DC world. And this has been very popular with a lot of our customers just because when you are supporting a utility, a telecom, or whatever the traditional DC power users are, they're going to need to be purchasing the individual components anyways. They're going to be purchasing the charger, the individual batteries, the bus bar connectors, the distribution. All of these are part pieces, and we have a lot of capability around field services that can install these components at a facility, but we found it's very a great option for a lot of these users to provide a turnkey solution where it's a single AC input source and then DC distribution in a cabinet ready to go. These are indoor and outdoor projects that we're supporting a lot of the time here. And again, utility, telecom, these are the real heavy hitters that we're seeing the DC projects for. But as we see kind of the power usage in a lot of the AC user side, more and more is going to the DC world. We'll see where that lands, but HM Cragg, I'll say, we're very well positioned to support AC UPS projects or DC standby systems, as well as the addition of our battery energy storage offering to kind of supplement both sides of that. And then beyond just the NEMA enclosures, the IT racks that we're integrating these systems into, we do have some transportable mobile power systems. Again, a lot of this falls under the DC world, and we've seen a lot of projects where larger scale utilities or cell carriers, places that have a fleet of substations or cell sites with DC systems, like to have a temporary DC source on wheels so that they can roll these up to their sites, hot tie into their DC system, there's zero downtime, and be able to maintain or replace their critical DC systems at each individual site. Right now we're doing a lot of projects in kind of this cargo trailer size form factor, and we can get quite a bit of UPS, quite a bit of DC in this form factor. However, with the truck wells, with the overhead crane at the new facility, we're really pushing hard into those semi-trailer, 53-foot trailer opportunities for UPS, DC, or BESS. And in that same vein, containerized systems, modular data centers, we're selective right now just due to facility constraints, in terms of what types of shelters we can support right now. We do a lot of shed-size projects, so UPS racks or compute racks inside of these shelters. But again, in our new facility, we're really ramping up to get to those larger scale 30, 40-foot containers and beyond into the modular data centers. But really, it's taken the concept of our UPS enclosure system and scaling up. And then a few of the other types of solutions, products that we sell. I wanted to touch on custom battery energy storage systems. There's a lot of need out there for both the residential end, for commercial industrial, and for utility grid scale. HM Cragg is really focusing on supporting that commercial industrial size, and even more granularly, if this is a custom BESS, it's probably going to be more in that small to medium. So as an example, 10 kVA up to 200 kVA. Inverter sizing, that's where we'll start to make a lot of sense when it comes to a custom configured BESS. We have lots of flexibility in terms of the configuration, layouts, footprint. The inverters we're using are UL listed under both the UPS certification, which is UL 1778, as well as the energy injection UL inverter certification, which is UL 1741 SB. Why that's powerful is we have a solution that is in the BESS world that can be applied into traditional UPS applications, but have the ability to utilize distributed energy resources, solar, wind, hydro, battery storage, and inject power back into the grid for a little rebate from the utility company. And then all of the battery modules we're utilizing in this realm are typically going to be LFP chemistry. If it is going to be a lithium chemistry, we tend to stay away from the NMCs, any sort of the more volatile chemistries. We are seeing a big uptick in alternative chemistries as well. LFP we've been riding pretty good for a while here, but some sodium ion is very interesting. And we do have an opportunity to sell a graphene supercapacitor hybrid module, which is making a lot of sense in a lot of different applications. So again, BESS is a very exciting application, very exciting projects out in the world right now. So we have a specialist on staff right now that can help with any of these projects that come through. And then beyond just the CSG, UPS, DC offering, we do offer large C&I battery energy storage system. And this is where it starts to make more sense to work with our manufacturing partners that do package solutions under UL 9540. Once we're about 250 kW or above, this is where it makes sense to work with those manufacturers with the products that enter the market and as the right solution, right? Custom UPS DC systems, even if it's not an integrated project, our team can help specify anything that is kind of the unique power application. We see some opportunities here and there for industrial UPS, 480 volt three-phase input, 120 volt single phase output, and we can help with solutions there. Custom enclosures, racks, climate control. We've established a lot of designs, a lot of partnerships with these manufacturers. So if it's beyond a turnkey solution and it's really just a infrastructure upgrade, we can furnish that. And then we're putting a very heavy focus on data center cooling, specifically in the liquid cooling area. We want to be in and be able to support these projects as they start to have more and more buzz around them. Really what we're starting to find is today's users that are not named Amazon or Google or Microsoft, the folks that are doing direct chip today, the traditional small and medium data center providers, they're going to need to start thinking about liquid cooling sooner rather than later. And our approach to that right now is providing liquid to air cooling in their facilities today. We have the infrastructure to have the plumbing, the cooling distribution in the facility so that when the direct-to-chip requirement comes down to these small and medium users, we're ready to deploy right away. And really why that's very important is it's not going to be an overnight switch. we will need to have some crossover between liquid to air and liquid to chip cooling, and there is going to be hybrid. There's going to be components that are direct to chip, there's going to be components that are air cooled, and we need to have the ability to accommodate both. So we've got a lot of solutions available to us right now, and we've got the experts within these projects to be able to support these types of opportunities. One thing I want to touch on here, it's not spelled out, but when it comes to our NEMA enclosures, we do have a lot of standard designs that HM Cragg has put together that fit into these custom projects, but we do have a lot of capability around customization, and most of our customers are very happy with mild steel, powder coat, NEMA 3R, NEMA 4. This approaches a lot of different, addresses a lot of different application needs, but we are very strong in stainless steel as well. So we've got a great partner locally we work with on all of our stainless. It's very competitively priced. We have a lot of customization options with stainless as well. So 304, 316 stainless steel, brushed or powder coated. We have lots of capabilities around the stainless NEMA 4X gratings as well. So leading into our HM Cragg products that we are launching here at the end of 2025 and into 2026, I had mentioned before that our custom solutions group, we see a lot of similarities and things that we come through. We also see a lot of different market demands that are within our capability set, but haven't traditionally been marketed to our customers in a very elegant or powerful way. So that's where we're putting a lot of our efforts this year, both between building up our designs, building up marketing collateral and sales tools for our customers to utilize, and probably most importantly, building up our UL standards and certifications. So I want to go over quite a few of these products and where we are in the timeline with all of this, and hopefully engage in some interest and some opportunities that you might be seeing day to day. So the easy one for us, UPS systems, standard configurations. We're focusing heavily in Q1 of this year in single phase options. We will develop some standard 3-phase configurations, obviously being a little bit more limited just because the amount of UPS configurations that you can get in 3-phase. But we are launching about 24 standard configurations for single phase UPS indoor systems between 700 VA and 20 kVA. We're utilizing Eaton's double conversion UPS as our core around these integrated systems. So we have 9SX, 9PX, 9PXM as our standard offerings. Like our custom solutions, all the connections are made and all systems are tested before they ship, pre-configured, ready to deploy. And also with our custom solutions, all of these systems ship on a shock absorbing pallet. So all of these components that we're utilizing for standard systems, they are either in stock or within 2 weeks of delivery at any given time for our systems. We really want to leverage an opportunity to inventory more of these components and be a little bit more nimble into the market with these things that we're seeing quite frequently. And then beyond the indoor rack and stack type solutions for our standard products, we are developing at the same time outdoor configurations. So NEMA 3R, NEMA 4, we will be launching a stainless NEMA 4X next year as well. But what's unique about these systems is as an entire system, they are UL listed. So the UPS carries the UL 1778. All of the components carry their respective UL listings. But HM Cragg, as a UL 508A shop, has the ability to assemble these systems, validate the design, and list the system as a UL 508A complete turnkey system. Again, we're utilizing Eaton's double conversion UPS architecture, the 9SX through 9PXM. And all of these outdoor systems will include heating and cooling, lighting, hydrogen sensing and mitigation, and power distribution. We are currently finalizing our supporting documentation right now. We will have some brochures that will be sent out very shortly with all the different configuration options. Excuse me. configuration guides, sales drawings, and price lists, which will be kind of in line with the traditional Eaton multiplier table, which will be available to our reseller partners. Beyond UPS systems as our standard product offering, we've seen a few opportunities to introduce a make before break single phase bypass box with a lot of the lower end capacity UPSs. So we've designed a make before break rotary bypass switch that is 2U rack mounted or wall mount configuration, with the configurations for all of our 120 volt and 240 volt 9SX, 9PX up to 30 amps. So we're talking about 700 VA up to 3 kVA in 120 volts, up to 6 kVA in 240 volts. And again, the uniqueness of this product is that it is a make before break option. We are sending a signal to the UPS to ensure that we have quality transfer and no issue when it comes to connecting the two sources together. So that's some very exciting new opportunities to kind of do better at what we're already good at when it comes to UPS systems and power distribution and bypasses. One of our biggest efforts now is to extend our power distribution knowledge and manufacturing capability into power distribution products. So throughout this year, our engineering team has been working on designs and UL standards for PDUs, RPPs, panel boards, switchboards, and some bypasses. So these UL listings that we have today are UL 891, UL 67, and we've had for quite a while now UL 508A. The combination of these three really give us a lot of flexibility in design and ability to serve the market needs for all of these types of products under the correct UL certification. We've had the ability to build these types of systems all under UL 508A, but we've known in the market that a lot of end users, a lot of inspectors, they want to see the UL 891 or UL 67 certification for certain types of products. So we recognized that and we went after it and we obtained those UL certifications. Along the way, as we're developing these capabilities, working on getting these UL certifications, we were approached by Eaton to be partnered into what they call their ops program. So this is a partnership between Eaton and HM Cragg, Eaton being the manufacturer of UL 891, UL 67 type of products, with HM Cragg being assigned as an electrical OEM. So we've been working on for the last quarter and a half, integrating with Eaton's ops program team, such that Eaton provides the designs and guidance around 891 and 67 products for the ability for HM Cragg to utilize a lot of the designs and develop customs and different configurations of these types of products into the market. So the end result being HM Cragg produces panel boards, switchboards, PDUs, RPPs, utilizing Eaton's internal designs and componentry to develop these types of solutions. What that looks like under the switchboard category is the ability to utilize our UL 891 general coverage, which is switchboards with individually mounted devices. Really, that's defined by main breaker and branch breakers all being in their own compartments or buckets, isolated, or utilize UL 891 referencing UL 67, which means we have group mounted distribution with a little bit more density in distribution and the ability to have a UL 891 general coverage section and a group mounted distribution section, which is referencing UL 67. When it comes to panel boards, excuse me, We are utilizing a lot of the Eaton Ops program to develop distribution around panel boards. And like the previous slide mentions, utilizing panel boards in switchboard designs, which carries another level of panel boards in PDU or RPP designs. Under that UL 67, we can design distribution panel boards for AC or DC applications. It kind of ranges between 100 amps and 1200 amps in that standard offering. But the most exciting piece of the ops partnership, which is really a great partnership and jumpstarts our capabilities, is that we are expanding the offering on our own into UL 67 to utilize a modular bus bar system with Eaton circuit breakers, which again extends our different configuration, scalability, and capacity options when it comes to power distribution. It also gives us another lever to pull when it comes to entry into the market, lead time into the market. So we'll have the ability to purchase, stock all the bolt-in breakers, the busing, the enclosures we'll manufacture. But beyond that, if it needs to be a more custom configuration or a higher density solution, we also have inventory of our modular bus bar system of the Eaton's molded case circuit breakers to deploy a more elegant, more high-tech solution in some circumstances with those types of products. So this is a little bit of an eye chart here, but it really shows the density in which we can build with this modular bus bar system and the ability to mount devices anywhere along the busway here. So the busway that we're utilizing is 800 amps rated, AC or DC, and has the ability to accommodate large frame size molded case circuit breaker all the way down to DIN rail supplemental breakers in a higher density output. Today, I want to talk about the types of products around power distribution that we're servicing. So PDUs, RPPs, I wanted to introduce a note here, include a note here that monitoring other common options around different transformer types configurations are available. Panel boards, switchboards, UPS maintenance bypass, all of these products are available from HM Cragg today under kind of the project design build umbrella. So we have the capability, we have the UL listings to develop solutions, and we have a very quick delivery into the market, even classifying under our custom project design build. Starting early to mid 2026, we want to get serious about what we're seeing in terms of commonalities between capacities, options with our PDUs, and kind of build around our standard product offering with different configuration options. Right now, we're targeting between 45 kVA and 300 kVA as our standard designs. Again, with the target being very quick lead time into the market, with larger capacities available as project design builds again. So we don't want to limit our capabilities or what we can offer, but we do want to be smart about what types of products we're bringing to the table as standard configurations. Mid to late 2026, we will be developing and releasing RPP configurations as well as some 3-breaker bypasses. And then 2027 and beyond, we'll be targeting docking stations, battery disconnects, transfer switches, kind of these ancillary power distribution devices that are being utilized with UPS, DC generators, things of that nature. I do want to touch on kind of all these types of products here, excuse me, and put a minor disclaimer out here that we've seen what the industry has done when it comes to hyperscale in terms of manufacturing constraints, manufacturing capacity for hyperscalers buying these types of products. So HM Cragg's approach has been and will be looking at opportunities in that small and medium quantity realm. So we really want to focus on supporting the non-hyperscaler customers, these customers that are being neglected from time to time when it comes to manufacturing capacities. So we will talk through these different types of project opportunities, and lay out project timelines, rollouts, deliveries, and ensure that we don't overextend our manufacturing capabilities, but also understanding that we will scale our manufacturing both with facilities, with manpower, with tooling, with componentry as needed. So we're monitoring that very closely, and that's really the only stipulation when it comes to our capabilities around these types of products. And then last couple of slides here to talk about with our custom solutions, with the products that we're developing, any of the brochures that HM Cragg develops with HM Cragg's name on these systems, we want to extend this type of marketing literature through the channel. So this is intentionally designed so that we can utilize our partners' logos and branding on all of these capability brochures so that we can extend that channel and the power of having our reseller partners out in these end user locations and really enable our partners to go find these projects and support them with, again, our support. And then lastly, how do you get a hold of us? How do we figure out opportunities in terms of applications, designs, sales, support, any of this? Your primary contact should remain your HM Cragg sales manager. This is really the fastest path to access our team and get it into the queue and into the support with Robin and Joe and projects and engineering. But if you do need to get a hold of us directly at any time with any concerns or questions, we do have a general mailbox at csg@hmcragg.com. And I do have my direct contact information here if you should need it. So this is all I have today for content for our webinar purposes. I'll see Dan, and Dan, perhaps we can unmute people if there are any questions. We do have a little bit of time left here if there are any.
Sure. Hey, Kody, we've got one question in the chat from David. He's asking if we'll be sharing this presentation, and yes, so it will be available. If you want to reach out to your HM Cragg contact, we'll be happy to share a link that will bring you to this presentation.
And I believe I just allowed everybody to unmute. If anybody wants to chime in with any questions on any of this, feel free.
All right. Well, I don't see any more questions in the chat. Don't hear any. Thank you, Kody. That was a great presentation. Really appreciate you sharing that with us. And again, if there's any follow-up questions, feel free to reach out to Kody or me or anybody at HM Cragg. We're happy to talk about this with you. It's going to be an exciting year in 2026 with the release of all these new products.
Yep. Again, thank you all for joining. Have a great rest of your day.
Thanks, Kody.